What most people see on a police officer, the uniform, the belt, the car, looks like a collection of gear, but it isn't random at all. Every item exists because it solves a problem that has already happened before in real situations where things didn't go as planned. It's not just equipment. It's a system built for speed, recognition, and decision-making under pressure. Police work doesn't unfold in stages. A situation can go from normal to critical in seconds, and there's no time to retrieve missing equipment once that shift happens. That's why everything is either worn on the body or stored in the vehicle. Immediate access is the entire design principle. The uniform itself serves two purposes at once. One is functional: durability, mobility, and compatibility with the gear worn throughout a full shift. The shirt, usually button front, and the cargo-style pants are built for constant movement, kneeling, running, and long hours under unpredictable conditions. Boots are often side-zip instead of traditional lace-up, not for appearance, but for speed when getting dressed for urgent calls. They're designed for traction, stability, and reduced fatigue over long shifts. But the other purpose is recognition. In fast-moving situations, people need to immediately identify who is responding, who has authority, and who is there to take control of the situation. That visual identification is part of how order is established before anything is said. It's the same principle behind military uniforms, medical scrubs, and firefighter turnout gear, recognizable at a glance, especially under stress. The duty belt is where the system becomes visible. It weighs close to 20 pounds and stays on for a full 10 to 12-hour shift without coming off. Everything on it exists for a specific function in real-time decision-making. Handcuffs are carried in pairs, not singles. Not because multiple arrests are expected at once, but because situations don't pause neatly between decisions, and running out of restraint options is not acceptable in the field. Pepper spray exists as a middle option between verbal control and physical force. It is designed for situations that escalate faster than communication can resolve. One item that's used far less than people assume is the baton. In many departments, it isn't even carried on the belt anymore. Instead, it's kept in a duty bag in the trunk. And when it is used, it's typically for access or environmental control, not constant engagement. That same duty bag usually holds something far less dramatic: a folder of blank report forms and citation slips. Most of the paperwork from a call doesn't get filled out until after it's over. Not everything an officer carries is about force or control. Some of it lives in his pockets instead of on the belt, and it's there for information and human interaction. Gloves, for handling things safely when contact is unavoidable. A notepad and pen, for recording details that would otherwise be forgotten during fast-moving calls. And small items most people don't expect, like stickers or badge tokens, handed to children during stressful or unfamiliar situations, not for enforcement, but to reduce fear and create calm in moments of uncertainty. The flashlight serves more than one purpose. It provides visibility in low-light situations, but it also directs attention. Officers use it to control what is seen first, especially hands, movement, and potential risk points before physical contact. It is used in traffic stops, building searches, and nighttime responses where visibility becomes part of safety itself. The sidearm and taser are intentionally placed on opposite sides of the body. This is not preference. It is design. After documented cases where officers under extreme stress reached for the wrong device, departments changed the configuration entirely. Different side, different motion, different muscle memory. That separation exists because in real situations, stress degrades precision, and even a split-second mistake cannot be undone. The firearm itself is secured in a retention holster that requires a specific motion to draw, preventing accidental removal or disarming during a struggle. 2 spare magazines are carried as well, not because officers expect prolonged engagements, but because running out of ammunition mid-response is a risk no system can depend on. Above the belt sits the vest. It is designed to stop most handgun rounds, but it does not stop rifle rounds, a detail that surprises many people who assume body armor means full protection. For years, this vest was worn under the uniform shirt. Increasingly, departments are moving to external carriers, which are faster to equip, easier to configure, and more visible as a deterrent in public-facing situations. Clipped to the vest is a body camera. It does not interpret events or take sides. It records what happens as it unfolds. That footage has cleared officers, held officers accountable, and resolved disputes that would otherwise come down to conflicting memory alone. A portable radio is carried on the belt or mounted to the vest, depending on department setup, usually paired with a shoulder microphone or earpiece. It connects the officer to dispatch and other units in real time. This is not casual communication. It is continuous situational awareness, feeding information into decisions as they are being made. That covers the equipment on the officer, but the system does not stop there. It continues in the vehicle. Inside the car, a second radio provides stronger, more stable communication with dispatch and nearby units. In the trunk, a rifle is secured in a locked rack. This exists because a sidearm has limitations, and some situations exceed those limits entirely. Next to it is a trauma kit containing emergency medical supplies, including tourniquets. These are not carried because they are expected to be used daily. They are carried because uncontrolled bleeding can become fatal in minutes, often before emergency medical services can arrive. A sharps container is also included for safe handling of needles or hazardous objects during searches. Not everything in the trunk is emergency-driven. A portable breathalyzer is used for DUI investigations. A fingerprint kit allows for on-scene identification when possible. A small shovel and broom are used after crashes to clear broken glass and debris from the roadway, preventing additional accidents after the initial incident. These tools are simple, but they reduce secondary risk. Inside the front of the vehicle, a laptop connects directly to law enforcement databases. License plates, warrants, and registration status can often be checked before the officer reaches the window. This means part of the situation is already known before direct interaction begins. Mounted cameras record the exterior perspective of the stop, while the body camera records the officer's perspective. Together, they create two independent records of the same event. Every department varies slightly in what is carried and how it is configured, but the structure remains consistent. Nothing is random. Nothing is decorative. Everything exists because it solves a specific problem that has already happened before in real situations where things did not go as planned. What looks like gear is actually something more precise. It is a layered system built from prior failure, designed for the next time things don't go normally.